What's going on, everybody? It has been quite a while since I've done anything on my house, anything on YouTube, anything much more than trying to take care of my wife for a while. To say she's had a rough spell has been an understatement. I think this is Wednesday, like the 12th maybe of September, I'm not sure. But not last Friday, but the Friday before that, so about 11, 12 days ago. That's about the last time I was here doing anything. So she's coming around, doing a lot better. I'm not sure if I'm going to show stuff that's redundant, but the roof is all done, the chimney's all done. The soffit and fascia is all done around the house. Looks really good. I take no credit for that. I bent the aluminum and stuff. My brother's one worker, Chad, he does a lot of that soffit and fascia. He's really good at it. Does a really nice, clean job on that. Unfortunately, a lot of it's going to get covered up with gutters, but let's see. Oh, one of the things on soffit, like the fascia part, like we always put this extra bend, or the scrap hunk right here that was cut off. Right here where it turns up underneath the soffit, got the sun in my eyes, right up there. There, we put an extra little bend on the fascia, wrap it around ½ an inch. It adds a ton of rigidity to the edge of the aluminum, and it puts a nice white face on here. If you don't do that, a lot of times you end up with a cut edge sticking out, like a scrappy looking silver part sticking out in your face, and it'll get all ripply and stuff against the soffit. So that's something to look out for if somebody's doing work for you, or if you're doing it yourself. Not a hard thing to do. I'm not sure what I've shown you before, but just walk through here. I'll show you something of progress. A little messy in here. Like I said, I haven't been here for a while. A lot of the plumbing, the drain system is all roughed in or finished, whatever. And the vent system is all up through the roof here. And everything is plugged off. All these stubs are all plugged off. It'll have to get pressure tested before it passes. Our shower base is in. I'm going to do a little bit of framing here today around there, get my head back in the game here. Got the washer and dryers in there. My brother and his worker Chad, they were doing some of the wiring, getting some of that started. He's been on vacation for a week too. He needs a break, that's for sure. This is where our bar is going to go, right here. And there'll be a wall framed right along here. This is something I never knew before. I've used those siphon vents before, but that would not pass code, I guess. This is where it'll get pumped up for pressure testing right here. But this is called I think it's called a wet vent or something, but this is the actual drain, and this is where it vents here. This is 1.5 inch PVC. It goes down through the floor. Once I get in the basement, I'll show you that, hopefully. And it goes down and drains into, and it automatically transfers, not automatically, but it immediately transitions into 2 inch PVC. So this 1.5 inch will never flood that 2 inch, and it can draw air out of that 2 inch back up through here for ventilation, so it drains properly. So that's how you got to do it to pass code. What else is going on up here? All the plywood up along here, just a bunch of scrap pieces of plywood. That's just dams to block the insulation when they blow the insulation in for the ceiling. That's about it up here right now. Let's take a little walk down to the basement. We poured the floor, like I said, 2 Fridays ago. I think like 12, 13 days ago. Big thanks to my nephew, Seth, and my buddy, Brian, who just showed up out of the blue. I don't have the lights on in here right now, but a big thanks to some of the guys that just showed up to help out. My buddy Brian and, let's see, Seth, my nephew Seth came and he did the finish work on it. Did a nice job. Some of the curing compound is still drying, curing up here or whatever you want to call it. But I'm not sure if I have any pictures of all this plumbing that was done down under here. All the drain system on that far end is where I'm going to have a sink for my honey room. Honey extraction room over there. This will be a bedroom here and a bathroom in here. Toilet, vanity, and small shower here for whenever my kid comes home for a while or we get some company. What else? Wood burner. End up putting a wood burner here eventually, somewhere in here. Like I said, this is just going to get boxed off here to have a nice little room to do all my honey extraction. That'll be awesome to have that. And then this is just going to be an open room for, that's where my wife said I got to take all my dead animals and my furs to, I guess. And all the plumbing here, the drain system. My brother did all this stuff. Oh, okay, the transition thing here. Yeah, this is where the that wet vent thing comes down through here. That's the drain on this side, and then it comes and it automatically dumps into a 2-inch pipe, and then that secondary one comes up there is the vent part right there, and then it comes in 2-inch. So this 1.5-inch pipe will never flood that 2-inch pipe out, so it can draw air back through there. First time I've ever seen that. All this purple, the pipe cleaner stuff, I guess we'll come along here eventually and paint all this white with some spray paint just to make it look a little better. Once this wall is framed up here, that's where, I think it's called, what is this thing called? A mana block or something. It's sort of like a little circuit breaker for your water system. So all your things get plugged into here with PEX pipe, and then you can come down here and shut something off almost like a circuit breaker. That's going to get mounted here, and the electrical box will be here somewhere. Yeah, got a big thanks to my brother too for doing all the plumbing work. There's a lot of stuff going on here, but he does a nice, neat, clean job on that. That's all plumbed in, and that's about it down here. Still got to put the face board on the front of the rim joist there. Still got to put there's like a face board that goes on the front of the beam of the deck there, and then the beam's got to get capped, and then we'll have some siding going on here sometime soon, hopefully. Yeah, all the soffit and fascia done on this side. It's all done the whole way around. Looks good. Yeah, all the soffit and fascia done around here. That's 100% done. Awesome. Like I said, I got to get my head back in the game, get back to working and get something done here. Thanks everybody for watching. If you could say a little prayer for my wife. I mean, she deals with MS every day, but she also has another thing that's called trigeminal neuralgia that just pounds her with pain. It's almost ridiculous to watch, but she's coming around now, so I hope I can get back to work again. If you can say a prayer for her, I truly appreciate it. Her name's Tammy, if you don't know. And hope you all have a blessed day, and stay safe, everybody.